Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to a new theater movie review, and today I'm reviewing It. Yeah, the movie is called It. I'm not being specific. Oh, and before I begin the review, I will tell you at a certain point in the video when I will bring up spoilers, but up until then, no spoilers. It 2017, not 1990, is directed by Andreas Muschietti and stars Bill Skarsgård, Finn Wolfhard, Sophia Lillis, Jaden Lieberher, Jack Dylan Grazer, Wyatt Oleff, and many other actors. Sorry, I had trouble pronouncing that. It is an adaptation from Stephen King's story, and it is about children who begin to disappear in the town of Derry, Maine, and neighborhood kids come together to face off against Pennywise, an evil clown whose history of murder and violence dates back for centuries. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of horror films nowadays, and that's because they're just stupid, cliched movies that don't have any characters that I care for usually. I do, however, really enjoy classic horror movies like The Shining, The Thing, and Halloween, so It has been getting a lot of praise. A majority of people really like this film, and it's definitely a success. So what did I think of It? Holy crap, it was so great. This is easily one of the best movies of 2017, and it just felt like a great classic horror film, and it just felt like a Halloween film in a way. I really liked it. So first of all, the characters. Let's talk about the characters in It. The characters in this movie were just so amazing. You really buy into these kids, you understand them, and by the end of the movie, you just really care for them. And one thing that really worked with these characters was the humor. Despite this movie having a great horror element, there is a lot of humor, and it fits so well into this movie, and it really makes you appreciate the characters. So of course, Bill Denbrough was the main protagonist of this movie, and my god, is he great. This is a spoiler kinda, but of course, his brother Georgie dies in the beginning of this movie in this great violent scene with his arm getting torn off. And, yeah, this movie just has a lot of great violent scenes. And, yeah, Bill is a really likable character, and, Georgie's loss in this movie is really emotional, and it becomes a great plot device for the rest of the movie. And we also have other likable characters, such as Ben, Finn, and Beverly. Oh, and as far as Beverly, I thought she was a really good character. However, I feel Wyatt Oleff's acting was not very good in this film. It just felt really forced. I just didn't like it that much. And now let's talk about Pennywise or It, of course. Spoilers, by the way. Pennywise was really great in this movie. He definitely gave this eerie vibe, yet Joker like villain kind of feel, and I just really liked it. He kind of reminded me of Michael Myers, as he was just like this really unstoppable villain that was so hard to kill. Like, I just really liked that. It's great seeing that type of thing in horror movies nowadays, because that's kind of like a classic horror movies thing, and you don't see that a lot today. So it was just really great seeing that type of thing. And as far as the plot, I mean, I really liked it, of course. There's not much to be said about the plot, but it's of course great, and I honestly just really love the tone, and I just love the late 80s feel of this movie. I just liked hearing all that classic music and the way of life in the late 80s, and I just really liked the 80s feel. And as far as the tone is very eerie and great, as well as violent, such as Georgie's death in the beginning, and I really enjoyed the humor, as I said. But yeah, this movie functions really well with its tone. Like, it has this great classic movie tone, and, the tone, it really worked for this movie. I mean, you got this horror elements, yet you got humor, it's funny.
My mom will have an aneurysm, okay? If she finds out that we're playing down here, I'm serious. Bill?
Yet you care for these characters, there's a lot of emotions, and it all blended together so well. So yeah, and now I'm going to talk about the ending of this movie. Of course, this will contain spoilers, obviously, and if you haven't seen it, get off the video right now. But as far as the ending, I liked how they kind of made it as if it was dead, in a way, but they kind of left room for other things, kind of like Halloween. As I said, I just really like this Halloween vibe, and they kind of left room for a sequel, and I am so excited for It Chapter 2. I am just so excited. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that, though. I'm really questioning it, but I think it'll be great, because this one was great, and I hope It Chapter 2 just is as good as this one, because it was an amazing movie. And yeah, overall, it is a great horror movie that I honestly, honestly just gave me such a classic horror vibe feel, which is something rare. You don't see that in movies nowadays, of course. And the characters, the eeriness, and humor just made for one hell of an experience. And yes, of course I recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed my review, and my next planned review so far is for Kingsman: The Secret Service, in anticipation for Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Just so far, that's my only planned one. I'm not sure, I might add more. So, yeah, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a great experience. Just so great seeing this, and yeah, the fall movie season is looking pretty good so far.